Good morning, everyone. Cynthia here with the Nameless Homestead, and today's morning chores are happening in quite a rush. Here in a few minutes, my husband's going to be pulling up the driveway with 14 cowhides and their respective heads for us to try our hand at preserving cowhides. I've done deer hides before, I've done rabbit hides and goat hides, but I've never done a cowhide. I've never done anything quite this big of a task or this many all at once. This is going to be a massive undertaking for us. This is not going to be a how-to video. This is going to be more of a vlog style video as we document what this process looks like for us. So please join us for this journey. I'm really excited to be able to vlog this. I'm going to go ahead and finish feeding and milking the goats, and then we'll go take a look at what we got today. All right, so let's get these guys unloaded.
Well,
and I'll walk you guys through the steps. So we'll just probably take them off one at a time and maybe have the hose just like right over here.
What if we were to use our post over there, throw it over one way, hose it, two guys take it off, throw it over the other way, hose it. Because you want to hose both sides, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're going to have to put them directly on the ground so they're just going to get dirty again, but I mean...
Oh. So
we just want like there's like feces and stuff on them, like big time gore, then you rinse them off because we want all of that material off of the hide before we salt it. So honestly, we could even do like the
tarp here. And we went over there and did that. Then when we brought it over, we wouldn't be getting...
Do we have a tarp big enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and grab the tarp then and put that here, and we can just...
To grab my keys. Did you grab my keys?
Nope.
Okay.
Always finding new ways to repurpose the junk that was left here by the previous owners. What you got there, baby?
Hot tub cover.
Old hot tub cover.
We have two of them, and we have one hot tub.
At least it'll serve some use before it makes its way to the dump. This works so amazing.
Are you shaving a cow?
I am shaving the meat off a cow. You are a genius, husband.
That's a nice knife.
It's amazing.
It's
It's plowing through this fascia like a hot knife through butter. Alright, hide tanning vlog update. It is currently 2:34 and we have upgraded our situation a lot. We're coming up with a lot of really creative ideas so that everyone can all be working at the same time. Let's check it out. Good repurpose of some old hot tub covers left here on the property by the previous owners. Got this guy all scraped out for all the big chunks of meat about to be salted. This one still has a long ways to go. These big thick chunks of meat left over have to go. We're looking to preserve a hide, not cure, salt cure meat. So
thank you.
Everybody's getting to work. Husband is a madman. Baling twine, leftover saplings, and one giant metal pole and make a hanging drip rack for our cowhides. Hey, you need me to put down the camera and maybe do something helpful? Okay. That works. My husband, definitely the brains of the operation out here. He intends to use more of the poles to continue this along just by adding another little tripod of trees here, there, going along for salting and draining the hides. Okay, so I flopped. I did not get remotely enough salt. Apparently one 50-pound bag of salt is enough to do about, what do you think, baby, 5 hides?
5 or 6.
5 or 6 of these hides to salt them for day one. So, and unfortunately, due to the state of the world, the stores closed early. So tomorrow morning we will be continuing. Husband has gotten some really creative ideas on how to keep the hides cool overnight. So we'll see how that works, again, using implements that were left here from the previous owners of the homestead. So blessings there. And tomorrow I will continue on with more scraping and salting and working hides, and day 2 salting with the 10 bags of salt that I'm going to buy from my feed store tomorrow. With that being said, that's night one a wrap. All right, so it's the next day. Yesterday did not quite go as planned. Things, of course, took way longer than they should have, which is kind of how it goes when it comes to projects like these. Ran into a bunch of glitches, but we got a lot figured out. And we learned a lot in this process as well. We got about half of the work done. I'm going to be doing day 2 salting today for the hides that we got done, and then salting, cleaning the rest of the hides, unless that chest freezer actually worked. If the chest freezer actually worked, we would probably just use that and keep them frozen so that I have more time to work them, finish working the ones I've already got done, and then pull more out as I finish those, which would be pretty ideal. So fingers crossed for that when I check the freezer. All right, here we go. The outside feels quite cold. Well, things aren't frozen. Still got a lot of ice left and things feel cold. But no, I don't think this is actually working. Yeah. Well, dang. Anyway, all that aside, let's get to work on salting the day 2 hides before the flies try to eat them. Now that it's salted again, we're fold it over hot dog style and flip it back over the edge and let it rest another day. Drip all those fluids out. Okay, now that those 4 are done, I need to go and make another little tripod out of some small trees that we've cut down so that I can put another pole up so that I can hang some more hides. That was the hide I was worried about the most because it was not hung or draped in such a way as to allow for very good draining. However, I pulled on the fur pretty darn good and nothing came loose, so it looks like we're still in business. Put it on the ground, do that back quarter I couldn't reach with this clamping, salt it, and hang it. Okay, it's a bit after 6:30 and we're gonna go ahead and be done for the day. I am an exhausted hot mess and everything hurts. Pinching and pulling away the flesh and the fat and the meat My index and thumb has really killed my hands. I must be missing a tool or something for this work. So if anybody can advise me, please do so. Hopefully we'll be getting the rest of these done tomorrow, and we'll be working on skulls. Our angle grinder that we've been using to cut into the back of the heads unfortunately broke yesterday as we were getting out the second brain. So we still have, what's 14 minus 2? 12. We have 12 skulls to get into to get the brains out so we can do this. So hopefully we can get that done tomorrow. Husband's coming home with more ice. And then I'm going to crawl into bed and rest and be there for the rest of the day. Thank God my children are so sweet and independent and hardworking. They've kept the house clean for me, and that is a huge sigh of relief. Day 3. It's gonna be rough. I think I'm gonna procrastinate 1 cup of coffee more and then get out to work. Hopefully today will be the last day. I got 4 or 5 hides done yesterday. I have 4 or 5 hides to do today. But I still have like 12 skulls to cut through. Hubby got me the tools to do that, so that's gonna be a fun job. And then I have to figure out how to flush all the skulls. I'm thinking I might just put them in the back of the property and let nature take its course. I wish I could afford some carrion beetles, but those suckers are expensive. So I'll have to get that second cup of coffee and end this procrastination. Okay, we are dressed in work clothes, ready to go, coming out here to check on our hides. Some of these are day 3, some of these are day 2, to see how they're going. It's a beautiful, bright, sunny day. Hello, goaties, you heard me. Yes, I'm gonna come milk you in a minute. Let's see how we're doing. Okay. Yes, much stiffer, feeling a lot more like leather. Much less drippy. A lot of the salt is still salt and not like congealed on there. So those are day 3. Day 2, much more flexible and soft, still quite damp. Most of the salt has dissolved, so they very much need a third or another salting there for their day 2 salting. I'm not sure exactly how long it will take cowhides, since this is my first time doing this, to like completely dry down. I'm kind of wondering if it might be 4 days, it might be 5 days. We'll see, but the first step today is to take care of the hides that we've already gotten done, since I still have hides to do, but they're in refrigeration, which is fine. So our first priority are obviously going to be these guys currently in the process of preservation. So it's time to take these each down one by one, resalt them, re-rub them, and then to get to work on the next hides. After I milk Paige, of course, because as you can tell, she's mad at me for being late. Good morning! Good morning! Are you full of milk? Do you need some relief? Hello, baby! So we've done a lot of time-lapse shots far away where you can see the whole concept of what we're doing. Ignore the construction projects in the back. So what I figured I'd do is move the camera a little bit closer so you can see a little bit in more detail of what I'm doing, just in case you're wanting to try your hand at this. So this is the salting process. The whole point of salting your hides is to pull all the moisture out of it so that decomposition does not progress any further than it may already have. It helps to keep the fur from slipping and gives you enough time in order to actually do something with it when you have a bunch of hides. Another option, of course, is to simply stuff them in the freezer, but we do not have the freezer space for 14 cowhides. So I'm gonna dump the salt, spread it out in every little crack, crevice, and fold. all of these areas right here, you have to make sure you get in every crack, crevice, and fold, and then exfoliate it in, just like as if you were doing a rub on a rack of ribs. Now we fold her in half to keep the flies at bay a little bit more, and we allow this guy to drip for the rest of the day. A lot of salt will probably fall out onto the ground, and that's just fine. Salt's cheap. Just let it be what it is. Grab up the salt and pile it up on top. Now that we have the last 2 days hides resalted, it's time to check on the deep freeze. Now, if you remember, this deep freeze was one of the ones that are broken and was left here by the previous owners of this place, as were a lot of items. We've stacked hides in there and put a bunch of ice on top, so fingers crossed that we haven't started blowing fur. All right, moment of truth. Oh crap, I forgot we put a bunch of skulls on top. I'll have to unload these first. Okay, that was gross. But these are still the ones that haven't been washed. The fur is starting to come off a little bit around the edges, but to the center, it's still nicely attached. So I think that our ice has worked, but this is probably the last day that we can get away with that. So the rest of today's task is going to be getting all of those hides pressure washed off, fleshed, salted, and hung up. That will hopefully stop any decomposition process and save the rest of these hides. I have five more to do, 4 more to do, I don't know. A lot of friggin' hides. Alrighty, first hide of the day mounted up on the frame. Whew. Well, it's 3:51 on day 3. I have 2 hides left to do, but I'm running into a bit of a problem. Take a look. Yeah, that's supposed to be upright. I don't know how he does this. My husband's the engineering man. I cannot seem to get my little stacks of trees to actually stay upright and hold weight. That one at the very end I managed to keep upright and hold weight, but this one I can't manage to do it. The sun is right in front of my eyes. 14 cowhides in 3 days. Definitely my Everest. Feels so damn good to be done fleshing for a while. All right, this is the end of day 3. This is going to be our final day in the first phase of getting all of this work done. We now have all of the hides fully salted and dry and preserved. Now that this part of the job is done, I can take the time to sit down and really think about my next steps and where I want to go with these projects. Do I want to try brain tanning, soap tanning, egg tanning, hair on, hair off? The possibilities are endless. So thank you all for sticking around with me during this vlog. This is my first attempt at doing anything really, truly more of a vloggy style. And if this is the type of video that you're interested in seeing from my channel, please hit that like button to let me know. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can be updated when we next upload. See you soon.